Hello. Just trying to peel a garnish for my old-fashioned, and the orange was not behaving for me. Most annoying it was. But you know, here we are on a Tuesday night. And hello, Megalich, if you're still there. Sorry, I'm just finishing putting together my bourbon drink for Bourbon Day. Keeping it simple and having an old-fashioned. So keeping it simple. Now I'm trying to stab a cherry, which I finally managed. And hello, Dr. Abigail. Hope things are going well with you. I could see your place today. I went to work in the city, and from my office, because it's right on the edge of the city, I can see your place. So I waved. If you got the sense someone was waving to you today, that was me. Yes, need to vent about men. Creepy men. Men need to be banned from being outside. Well, it's very hard to argue with that proposition, honestly. Mortified by the amount of horrible stories I've been told by friends. And I offer no defense. Far too many examples of awful, unconscionable behavior. That's a nice color. That's a nice. So yes, Dr. Abigail, I'm assuming this is a specific instance that happened to you, which is certainly unfortunate. It's just disturbing. Virtually no woman doesn't have a story about a threatening, creepy guy. And it's, regarded as lucky if it's just something that makes you incredibly uncomfortable and feel unsafe and nothing physical happens. It's just like, yes, there are far too many gross motherfuckers who shouldn't be allowed on the streets, quite honestly. I think that's the only answer for some of them. It's yes, it's a shitty circumstance, and I don't like it. No, sir. Oh, this was literally 30 minutes ago. God damn. No wonder you're still angry. Walking to the shops, creepy dude followed you, tried to talk. It's creepy. Yeah, I mean, but again, virtually every woman I know has a story about a guy who's just being creepy and unwelcome, and at a certain point, it's like a switch flips in their head, and they're suddenly dangerous. Oh, God, Dr. Abigail, and he wasn't from around your area. He's waiting for a tram. And hey, Salumi, yes, I think we can bond and to say creepy guys are fucking awful. And yes, Justin, I did see that for the first time. The Liberals don't have a Senate seat in Canberra. And in fact, it ended up not even being particularly close. The distribution of preferences, David Pocock romped in. Fuck you, Liberal Party, is all I can say. And yes, Dr. Abigail, I'm betting this guy votes for the Liberal Party. or Clive Palmer or Pauline Hanson. Just throwing it out there. Actually, that's a really dangerous thing to say. Because while it's, I think you probably could get documentary evidence that guys who vote for those parties are worse, so they're more likely to be super creepazoids. There's a danger of doing this smug, but us woke voting for fucking Labour or Greens or proper independence, we'd never do that sort of thing. And of course, there are gross, creepy abusers in every environment. And as I try to explain to any man who ever says, like, I move in these circles and there's no abusers there, the simple fact is you are probably letting behavior go that's absolutely inexcusable. And if no people in your circles have told you about a guy within that circle being creepy, it's probably because they don't trust you. The odds of there actually not being any creepers in any sort of given setting is very close to zero. So Salumi, oh god, you had one on Saturday, waiting for a bus. Oh, you're asked no less than 5 women. Yeah, well, that is the thing. Sometimes speaking up results in a violent outburst. Yeah, there you go. Dr. Abigail harassed in a gross, creepy way at a Greens function by an old union dude. Yeah, no, it's all types. So while I wasn't really joking when I said the fuckhead probably votes for the Liberal Party or Clive Palmer or Pauline Hanson, statistically, that's more likely. But yeah, I don't want to be glib and suggest, but no, in these with it circles, there's definitely no creepers and abusers, because there fucking are. So yeah, unfortunately, it's easy to get away from the guy. Yeah. And so intervening would put you at risk, not helped. Yeah. It is dangerous. And yes, it's an extra thing that you have to put into the equation. So Lumi being transmask, hard to know how they'll read you. Are they more or less likely to physically attack you? Just for defending women whose only desire in life is to exist in a given space. Yeah. Yeah, it's inexcusable. And far too many guys excuse it, particularly if it doesn't result in physical assault. They go, well, they didn't actually do anything. It was a compliment. Take it as a compliment. Yeah, see, Justin, I think the Liberal Party just don't want to win seats in ACT. Dr. Ray, you've seen creepy dude literally staring, commenting when women's walk by. Oh, yes, no, It's just fucked. And it's always disturbing when someone is influential. And I'm thinking here of Richard Dawkins belittling a woman put in an awful situation by a really gross creeper. This guy followed this woman to her hotel room at this convention. And when she made a complaint, Dawkins publicly said, why is she even complaining? He didn't rape her. And it's just like, fucking hell. Dr. Abigail, you don't need to start. I don't think it's necessarily a downer. Venting is not a downer. And Justin, I don't know what you mean by Asian staring stories. Sounds a bit of a worry. So sorry, Icy Saracen. Coach Red Pill mentioned avoid going long term with. I have no idea who that person is or even what that phrasing means. I'm just picking up gross, pathetic, fucked loser from what you've described. Just absolutely worthless trash bag excuse of a human. Nice. I like that, Salumi. Opie's doing psycho laps in support of attacking gross and creepy men. Yeah, you got to throw an angry cat in his face. Yeah, I agree, Rabid Game Fan. I think it's always on topic because it's always a fucking issue. Yes, wouldn't that be a world, Dr. Abigail, if there were laws against harassment? Or they would look through, but right, there is. Oh, I wonder what the problem is with law enforcement that they can't be trusted to take complaints on said issues seriously. I wonder if it's their long track record of either just failing to do anything or outright misogyny when things are reported to them. So you think Opie's on a winner, Sylvie? Attacking gross men and then get all the pats and treats for defending women. Yeah. Sometimes you just got to throw like an angry cat in someone's face. Or a possum. Angry possums are quite confronting. Lots of really fast moving claws, basically, if they're not happy. Well, you know what would be cute? It's all right. I wish. Okay, here's the thing. I wish no one ever brought cats into this country, and we domesticated marsupials. Particularly, well, possums would be awesome pets, in my opinion. But there's a marsupial. It's colloquially called the native cat, quoll. I was trying to remember its name. Quoll, quoll. They're cute little scavenger carnivores, but with pointy teeth and claws. Oh, I say, Dr. Abigail, I get that. Hat pins is a fashion. For those who don't know, in there's a period in the 1900s, women who were so sick of being harassed on the street by men came up with this fashion of long, sharp hat pins, and which looks totally innocuous, but they fucking stab a motherfucker harassing him on the streets, and it became a real social issue. It's a real problem. These women are just stabbing men on the street. Not like it's a real problem. The streets are full of gross harassers. It's like it's a real problem. The women are fighting back and stabbing dudes. Ooh, Sulumi. You've had too much wine. Yeah, a bit of food to balance it. Ramen. I've had food. Now I'm celebrating Bourbon Day. I think I'm only going to have one bourbon drink tonight. I've got a bourbon. I've got a lot of whiskeys, one bourbon from California, of all places, west of Kentucky. Bourbon whiskey number 2. Double alembic pot stilled alcohol. Ooh, it's actually stronger than I thought. 47.5% alcohol by volume, or 95 proof. Tommy, yes. Possums will come back if you feed them. They like that. Oh, is that a good one? Suffragists beat up Winston Churchill. He deserved it. I think, particularly in Victoria, Dr. Abigail, stabbing someone with anything is going to get you in a lot of trouble. I don't know if you had a good lawyer, because of course the knife laws in Victoria are pretty strict. Okay, here's one I've heard, right? I've known women who wanted to get a hold of pepper spray, which is illegal here. And I'm just going to, yeah, okay, Salumi and Dr. Abigail both saying self-defense. you're just on dangerous territory, because if you are carrying a weapon that is illegal, there is no self-defense justification if you have an illegal weapon. If you have, you'd need a good lawyer to try and establish that was absolutely just a fashion accoutrement, and in desperation you stabbed a dude with it who desperately needed stabbing, and you weren't wearing it simply to stab people. And again, stabbing people with an illegal weapon, self-defense, you would have a very hard time because of the laws against carrying weapons. But yeah, I've known some women who are trying to get pepper spray, and I absolutely understand the reason. But yeah, here in most places in Australia, you would be fucked if you pepper sprayed a dude and he called the cops. You'd be the one who'd be fucked because it's an illegal weapon. Like, simple possession of it is illegal. I read these women who came up with this plan. You know what's worse than pepper spray? Oven cleaner. And I think they'd found small, convenient spray tins of oven cleaner, and they're always carrying one in their purse. But again, if you're just walking around with oven cleaner and spraying motherfuckers in the eyes with it, it's extremely likely the cops are going to want to prosecute you for that. So they had a plan of, oh, I don't know, he attacked me, I panicked, I just clutched, I had this in my purse, and I just sprayed to make him go away. I didn't even know what it was. Oh, why were you carrying oven cleaner in your purse? You go, I was on my way to a friend's house. I was going to help her clean, and she didn't have any oven spray, and I said I'd bring some over. And so they had this mutual pact. If they ever got a call from a cop, and the cop said, oh, do you know Mary? Call them and go, do you know Mary Smith? And they go, oh, she's my friend. She was coming over to help to clean my oven. Is everything okay? So they just had this pact. If cops ever called and said, do you know such and such? You just go, oh my God, she was going to come and help me clean my oven. Is she okay? I have no idea if that would have worked, but I love it as a plan. Tommy, you carry a taser nightstick, barely legal. I don't know where you are, but that sounds super illegal pretty much everywhere in Australia. Nobody, mag light, that's also why security guards and some cops carry mag lights, because they're tough as fuck and you can really take someone out with it. I imagine hairspray or deodorant straight in the eyes is not going to hurt, but I think a hairspray probably less of a problem. Deodorant, I think, would be a bit diffuse. See, that's the thing. Oven cleaner sprays out a thick stream, much like proper pepper spray sprays out a thick stream because you don't want it to backwash on you. But you never know. Oh, so let me, you found out by pure circumstances and they didn't go to police. Yeah, it's always hard to be sure. And Hellion, hello to you, Kirsten. Just Abigail saying there are legit taser walking canes you can buy on the internet from the US. Oh, no. Oh, they might get past customs, but totally illegal. And yes, Tommy, pocket sand is a good one. I don't know if anyone remembers AZ used to have an incredibly heavy metal walking stick that his friend Blacksmith made for him, because you will be surprised to learn that scumfucks don't just attack women, they attack people with disabilities. And they're just, again, someone who thinks like someone with a disability is an easy target, real contemptible scum. And of course, AZ's had a walking stick forever, and he's not in great shape now, but he has been in better shape over the years. And he did get mugged more than once, just from some absolute scum fucks who go like, oh, motherfucker, the walking stick, they can't fight back. So his blacksmith friend made him this walking stick from really, really heavy metal. and he more than once fucked someone up with it, and the cops got involved because these guys were incapacitated. And the cops said, "You can't just fucking do that." And Azy just played the poor invalid pensioner. He goes, "I don't even know what happened, officer. They just came at me and I held up my cane in defense. And I think they ran into it." He's just playing after fucking someone up, he's just playing this doddery disability pensioner. "I don't even know what happened, officer." Kirsten, you need oven cleaner not for self-defense. A likely story. Well, see, buddy, I understand the sentiment. That might be going a bit far, but it is extremely contemptible, just inexcusable to victimize people that you think are easy marks for whatever reason. It's absolutely despicable behavior. Right, going to put the bourbon back, which I'm just being symbolic for Bourbon Day. But I actually have new things to taste. I'm going to make different drinks with them. So I'll put this back. And for my next trick, I need a dry gin. Which one will I find first? Which one's this? Bone dry gin. Bone dry gin wins. And I need a corkscrew. Oh, Sloomy wants us to bloody your people. Okay. Where's a corkscrew? I had a corkscrew. I'm just looking. Off camera, we're looking for a corkscrew. The metal implement straw, which means there are lots of knives in here, and I really don't want to slash myself. Right. Knife, corkscrew, escape head from the knives. Right. Dr. Abigail, creepy dude decided to creepy follow you home. Didn't quite deserve pocket bees or oven spray. Good iron cane in the gut. Yeah. Kick in the nuts, maybe. Kirsten, okay, the new things. First new thing. Dry vermouth from Unico made with pomelo, which is the world's biggest citrus. It's like grapefruit's big cousin. Now, their sweet vermouth with yuzu is one of the most amazing sweet vermouths I've had. So I'm interested in what this is going to be. Optical turkey. There's a girl I knew through childhood arthritis camp was harassed for years, trying to busk in the city because people thought she was faking. Oh, no, see, that's unpleasant. Oh, yes. Kirsten, the good whiskey. Sounds great. I'm looking forward to being able to get that. Got my mailings about that. It's for those who wonder what I'm talking about with Kirsten, it's I think it's a limited edition whiskey being released tomorrow by the Archie Rose Distillery, and its inspiration was one of the guys there who's now a distiller, but he wasn't at the time, I don't think, accidentally mixing their single malt and their rye malt. So single malt whiskey with rye whiskey, which was, oops, you ruined that. And then they tasted it and they went, actually, that tastes pretty good. And so now they're releasing it as a product. And I like the sound of that because I like Archie Rose single malt and I like Archie Rose rye malt. I don't have the rye malt at the moment. I've had it in the past. Tell me if they don't mess with you. See you walking with a trench coat, cross the street to avoid you. Fair enough. Yes, Kirsten, I might get some more Unico Yuzu soon. There was also another one. I forget what it was. This was at the Bitters Lab, which is where I first got Unico Yuzu from as well. And they had another one as well. Salubi, proudest moment dealing with the creep. Motley Crue show, big car race in South Australia. Guy grabbed your ass, twisted his wrist, refused to let go till he apologised. He was in agony. Nicely done. Dr. Abel, almost out of patient wolf gin. Time for a trip to the distillery. You buy from the source. If you go to the distillery, you don't pay postage. So that's probably the cheapest way, and certainly the greatest benefit to the distillery if you go and see them and buy it from them. Nobody, you think people see you as unpredictable, potentially dangerous? Just being a tall guy makes people pause, I think. Because of sweet Timmy G, he was so upset when they said it was good. He was so relieved. I'm just imagining, because I mean, they probably were pretty big barrels. Like, it's probably an expensive amount of whiskey. He was worried he'd ruined it. All right. Well, I'm just going to taste this first, and then I'm going to make a martini with it. And during the week, I might come up with something that actually uses more dry vermouth than martini. Get some ice. Ice, baby. Okay, and get my martini glass. I'm just going to move this out of the way. Where's my martini glass? Oh, God, apropos of nothing in particular, young Mr. Angry having a party this weekend. Saturday night live stream while a bunch of 20-somethings party till, I don't know, 3 or 4 in the morning. That's going to be stress. So, okay, Friday night stream is not going to be long. In fact, it'll probably be short because I need to save my energy for Saturday night. Oh my God, Kirsten, saying it was several hundred litres of whiskey that this guy was worried he'd ruined. Oh my God. Oh, nice. You were at a queer not nice, but nice that you handled it. You're at a queer shindig and gay dude started playing with your hair from behind. Look on his face when you're ready and the consent riot act was priceless. Well, good that you did. Yes, Dr. Abigail, you had volunteered for moral support if you're still feeling like that's a good idea. I won't hold you to it, but hey, moral support, yes. All right, first, I am just going to taste this vermouth. Just a little bit. Does it smell citrusy? It does smell a little bit citrusy. That's really interesting. That actually tastes a little bit citrusy. Because he did it to a huge vat of this whiskey. There's about 6,000 bottles. I don't know. I suspect it's going to be popular. I think it's going to taste really good. I'm really looking forward to it. Okay, Dr. Abigail, going to save spoons for Saturday night. Again, very moral support, very welcome. Circumstances being what they are, I won't hold you to anything. But yeah, I'm not going late on Friday because I need to conserve my energy. Right, so martini time. I haven't mixed just a fresh martini in ages because I keep going to my infinity freezer. Oh, I need a stop. Fortunately, I have 100 stoppers over there. Because for whatever reason, Unico market their vermouth with a cork, and once you've pulled it out, you can't put it back in. Dr. Abigail, we should talk tech support, actually. I need to think. Ooh, nobody still. How long are you here till what day? Because I was actually in the city today, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm just. Let me go to my stopper collection. Hope one of them fits. All right. Handful of random stoppers. Hopefully one of them fits. That's an Archie Rose stopper. That's too small. This one. That's not bad. This is oh no, that's a gospel one. That's better. That's a tight fit. That's what she said. Leaving on Saturday. Ooh, nice. Blending team says it's become the daily drinker. Ooh, nice. Oh God, Tommy, yes. Bruce Campbell doing the final Shemp for Dark Man. Okay, I think that one's perfect, actually. All right. You need to go in the fridge. Oh, God, my fridge is getting a bit full. All right, you need to come out. It's better if I mix you room temperature anyway. Oh, shit. Maybe not tonight. I'll have you another night. All right. So I just got to stir my drink. Well, look, nobody, Dr. Abigail, depending if you want to travel, come over here a Thursday night for pizza. Just saying. Ice stirring ASMR. Hope that's not too loud for anyone wearing headphones. All right. Oh, man, I forgot my strainer. Hey, pizza. Pizza, Thursday night pizza. We should go. Oh, nice. Sulumi, enjoy the gaming stream. Catch up with you later. Yes. Tommy, I was a bit of a fan of Sam Raimi back in the day. In fact, thanks to an interview I saw with him, I don't know if anyone remembers, certainly my first few years on YouTube, running around with my camera on a monopod. I got that idea from Sam Raimi because he said how they did the Steadicam shot in Evil Dead when they didn't have the money for a Steadicam, an invention he called shaky cam, which was literally just fixing the camera to a very long plank of wood with people on either end. And they worked out through experimentation, the longer the plank of wood, the smoother the movement as they went around. And so I applied that principle to having the camera on a monopod and stretching out and then walking around with it. So it gives this illusion that I'm fixed in space and the world's moving around me. And with a monopod really extended, it's also quite smooth, or it smooths it a fair bit. Oh, hell yes. Grabbing Aidsy on the weekend was an excellent move. I'm sure that he's just so much better afterwards. Justin, hopefully the NDIS is improving under the new government, because with Shorten in charge of it, he's made very clear statements. He wants to end the fuckery that was happening. Anyway, my first martini with it's a bit cloudy with the new vermouth. Oh my god, that is so disturbingly drinkable. I mean, compared to it's got such a clean taste. I don't know. It kind of sounds insulting. I think if I say it's almost like drinking water, and I don't mean it's got no flavor because it has this wonderful dry juniper flavor out of here, and the pomelo hasn't overpowered the vermouth, but it's just such a clean, crisp taste. I mean, you have to like try martinis. That's fucking great. Honestly, that is fucking great. I'm also going to look up some more dry vermouth recipes. Dr. Abigail, yes, there was some already scheduled draconian reviews. And yes, the new government has not said whether they were going to halt or pause them. Yes. Oh, nice. Nobody also saw AZ in Boss's house yesterday. Oh, and that's right. You're saying they learned you're handy. You fixed the bike. Nice. Okay. This is the first, as I said before, this is the first fresh martini I have mixed up in ages. And it's fucking awesome. Oh my god, it's good. And yeah, this is not your grandma's gin. This is a really, really unique gin. A hedonistic juniper encounter with a bracingly dry finish. Hand-foraged Macedonian juniper has been meticulously distilled in copper vacuum stills using our cold distillation process to create 3 distinct expressions. Juniper's piercing pine aroma is accented by single estate Australian coriander seed, native lemon-scented gum, and emerald green finger lime. It's fucking great. I like that, nobody. Animals are happy you're here too. They're following you around. Tommy, if ever play Evil Dead the game, I'll have to play with you at some point. Cross-platform. There are, again, I'm not big on gaming. I know there are some cross-platform games. But I haven't ever. I don't know. I don't game much, and I have a bunch of games that I got for free because they're in a promotional thing. And by a bunch, I mean I've played a tiny bit of Saints Row the Third, and I don't think I'll play any more or much more because I don't know. I didn't really get it. Been playing the Mad Max game, and I was doing another playthrough of Red Dead Redemption, and I recently got BioShock, the 3 BioShock games free. So I've got a bunch of fucking games to play. Oh, and I got Borderlands 3. So I've got a lot of games, so I probably won't get the Evil Dead game anytime in the immediate future. Oh, nice. Kirsten, got a nice coriander supplier. Lovely, and finger lime lady is lovely. Nice. Well, it's come together. Here's here, just doing random ads. Products. Again, this is a really fucking good dry gin. Not everyone's into dry gins. That's a really good one. I was not 100% sure how the pomelo dry vermouth would go. Is that going to be too bitter, too citrusy? Man, that is good. That is really good. Yeah, oh man, just the juniper on the drying out on the tongue. Yeah, boy. I'm a fan. I'm absolutely a fan. Okay, so I think later in the week I will look up some dry vermouth recipes. I mean, I might even look some up now. but I don't think I'll make any more tonight. This is a cocktail finder. Buy vermouth. Vermouth dry. 430. What does a Clover Club have dry vermouth? I've had a Clover Club. Oh, yeah, okay. A perfect Brooklyn or a perfect Manhattan. I think it would disappear in the. Yeah, of course, there's all the variations of a martini. Ooh, an El Presidente. I remember liking that. Okay, so this recipe for a Clover Club. Dry gin, jam, little bit of dry vermouth. Okay, so that's a supporting thing again. Is there one where dry vermouth is front and center? Sake and white cane. Okay, an El Presidente. That's a bit more. White rum, dry vermouth, Bianco vermouth, orange curacao, sweet vermouth. That could be a possibility for later in the week. I don't know. I'm going to look it up. There we go. Fun facts. Did you know Ukraine grows the majority of the world's coriander? I did not. War has affected a lot of people's supply. Been giving our coriander man's details out to friends. Nice. A local coriander grower. I approve of coriander in spirits, not on food. So, my coriander content for the week. Man, that is good. All right. I am so far a fan of the Pomelo vermouth. I was interested. Their suggested signature serve was just vermouth and tonic. And I'm not a huge fan of tonic. I'd probably try it with soda, actually. Maybe one of the nice cappy sodas and vermouth. And that would just be a very low alcohol drink. That'd be a good way to break up boozier drinks, actually. Yes. Yeah, I kind of knew it's coriander seed, not leaves. Same as we've got coriander seed and ground coriander that are used in cooking. You know what I hate? I hate people who just sprinkle green leaves on top of things. Again, not to diss salad, but it's like you order something and you're not expecting them to just fucking sprinkle green shit on the top, and they do it, whether it's coriander or parsley's worse than coriander, or fucking shallots or whatever. I didn't think you actually meant Morris there, Kirsten. I thought that was autocorrect. So coriander and orris root are binding agents. Nice. Did you actually get interest from the US government on your stimulus payment? Every little bit counts, mate. Hi, Safa. Most of the 20th century is... Oh, yeah, no. Okay, yes, no, that's the thing. Most of the 20th century's English speakers referred to the Ukraine because it was a region, not a country. Now it's a country, it's Ukraine. That is similar to... there was an area of Africa that was referred to as the Congo. There is no country called the Congo. There's a river called the Congo. There are two countries. One is just called Congo, and one is the Democratic Republic of Congo, which is neither democratic nor a republic. It's normally a giveaway if someone puts shit like that in their name of the country. It's a dictatorship. Like the People's Democratic Republic of North Korea. No. What's another? Because there are other ones like that too. But I knew. Oh God, there was another one where colloquially people would refer to but it's not really the name of the place. The name of the place didn't have the. Oh my God, there was another one. What was it? No, I don't know. Someone else might know one. But yes, Ukraine and Congo are two that spring to mind. I know, I can remember there's at least one other. Yes, Justin, People's Republic of China is another one that's not a republic or for the people, really. Hey, Greg, how are you this evening? I'm thinking the was in Europe. Oh no, Dr. Abigail, officially out of Melbourne Dry Gin. Sad day indeed. Needs to be replenished. Okay, that was good. I'll put that back. My other new thing to try. Thank you. But I think, okay, is there a country called the Netherlands, though? Netherlands. Yes. Okay. Yes. The country is just called Netherlands. The country is not the Netherlands. Well done, Kirsten and Saf, for getting that together, by the way. So I just looked it up. The country is just called Netherlands. It's not the Netherlands, but it would be very common for people to say the Netherlands. Right. This I got when I went to Brogan's Way on the weekend. Their passion fruit gin, great color. Because the previous time we'd been there, it gave me a taste of their revised Chaplin cocktail. I ordered a Chaplin, and Ben, the venue manager, said, well, I want to show you, this is how we're going to make it in the future. And it was different, and it was better. The one I had was good, but the other one was somehow better, and I was trying to work out the difference, and I couldn't. And he said, we just changed the gin we're using our passion fruit gin in this. So now I'm going to make a Chaplin with that passion fruit gin. So, Tommy, Rob Tapper was married to Lucy Lawless, aka Xena, had a cameo in Spider-Man. The punk ching, God, 8 legs sounds hot. That's an excellent nerd moment. I love it. Well, you think about it, Safa, I think you're right, because nether is like distant or under, the nether world is the underworld, the nether regions are your naughty bits. So the Netherlands does sound like something strange and fantastical. I actually agree with you. Ooh. Friend made you a sour using a pineapple lumps gin. Okay, I don't have that one. Besides making a Chaplin, I think I want to make an old-fashioned with this too. Probably a sour too. Yeah, I think you're probably right about this. And also probably the strawberries and cream could make a good sour as well. Anyway, but I want to make a Chaplin with it tonight. Maybe make a sour with the other thing. So I haven't discussed the Socceroos Miracle because I don't give a flying fuck about sport of any description. But I do like the video of the dancing goalkeeper. He's pretty funny. I think he's desperate to get a merchandising deal. Wants everyone to know who he is. What are you doing, Mimsy? Weirdo. Oh, good God. What is wrong with you, you stupid cat? Okay, I'm just looking up a standard recipe for a Charlie Chaplin. So just a generic recipe, gin, apricot liqueur, lime juice. Okay, now for fun, I'll look it up on Difford's, who will have complicated it, because that's what he does. Charlie Chaplin cocktail. 3/4 of an ounce of apricot brandy, 3/4 of an ounce of gin, 3/4 of an ounce of the. Now I'm just going to go with the 1 ounce one. Fuck it. I might do slightly less lime juice because I tend to like my stuff less acid A lot of people do. So what was that, Tommy? Did Australia ever have Briscoe County Junior on TV? That sounds vaguely familiar, like it might have been on a cable Foxtel back in the day. I don't remember it clearly, but it sounds vaguely familiar. Yeah, Safra, it's not a starving cat, it's a lying cat. Being fed. Right. Chaplain. Keeping it simple. Shaken. And then I think I'm just going to reuse my martini glass, quite honestly. Now, I've got an apricot liqueur down here somewhere from Marionette. Where is... I have so many Marionette fucking bottles down here. There are 3 of them, none of which are the apricot. Is that the apricot? No, that's amaretto. I do have an apricot liqueur here somewhere. Is that it? Yes, apricot brandy. That'll do. That will do. Now we want to shake this. There's my shaker. I'm just going to reuse the ice I have, I think. Just reusing everything. Right. That's probably enough. Yeah. I don't go in for the excessive amounts of ice some people say you should have. All right, I'm just going to reuse my martini glass as well. Okay. Juice. Super juice. Okay. Okay. Now. Okay, 1 ounce of this. Oh, you're getting that glug, glug, glug ASMR pouring from a bottle for the first time. Alrighty. Safa, everyone's starting to talk to Australia again with the change of government. Can you turn the volume down a bit? Right. This and juice. Kirsten Sochi says, introvert but willing to discuss Mai Tai specs. I love that. Introvert but willing to discuss martini specs. Excellent. Well, of course, you can get... It's quite easy to get T-shirts made these days through websites that have bloody anything on them. All right. A little bit of shaking. It's interesting, Kirsten, what you said about making a sour with this, because this is basically a sour. Spirit, sweetener, and citrus. The sweetener in this case is apricot liqueur. So this is basically a sour. All right. All right. It's a pretty color. It's a very manly drink. I feel very tough drinking this. That is a pretty good sour. Although I think now I want to make an old fashioned with this. I've got some fruit based sugar syrups I made a crabapple sugar syrup today. Is this it? Oh yeah, this is it's just sort of slightly pink, my crabapple sugar syrup. Neighbor had a tree just full with ripe crab apples, and I just ripped off some and made a syrup with them. Yes, good for you to acknowledge you're not actually an introvert, Kirsten. Well, maybe it should be different wording rather than introvert but willing to discuss Mai Tai specs. Um, so, like, ask me why your martini spec is wrong. I'm just imagining wearing that into a bar. Yeah, wearing a T-shirt that says "Ask me why your martini spec is wrong," and then put them on the spot because maybe they have the same spec as you. Tommy, you got the movie Eddie Presley, Quentin Tarantino, and Bruce Campbell together for a short time. I'm not familiar with that one. Yes, because even I know your martini spec is drier than mine, Kirsten. In fact, the one I made was not as dry as I'd usually make it because I wanted to taste the vermouth. That was like 4-1. I'd usually do like 5-1 or 6-1, and I think you do 8-1. Oh, Kirsten, asking the barman for staff discount because you had to talk him through the spec. Fair. Oh my God, he'd only made 3 in his life. Okay. Not a martini bar. Well, you were right, Kirsten. This makes a good sour. And in fact, because that was equal parts the gin and the apricot brandy, it might, not might, I think it would be even better if it was like 2 ounces of gin and just a little bit of sugar syrup and a bit of citrus. Oh, nice. Ended up giving it to you. It was good for a free martini. Well, see, free automatically ups the value in it. Mrs. Angry and I went out to a few places on the weekend. Trying to think. On Saturday night. Okay, these are too many drinks. I can't remember. Remember Sunday night? We went to one place where the food was good and the drinks were average. So, like, cocktails weren't their thing, but they weren't terrible. They were just average. And the food was good, though. Oh, yeah, Saturday was Brogan's Way. We had 4 cocktails there, and definitely my favorite was called the Pan Am Clipper. That was yum. In fact, only one of them was sort of ordinary, and that was just my taste. It was a bit citrusy for my taste. The people who like citrus probably would have liked it. So yeah, of the 4 cocktails we had, 3 of them were like 8 or 9 out of 10, and one was like 7 out of 10. And then after we went to this dinner place on Sunday, because the drinks okay, we went. There's a cocktail bar just near it, and they did some great drinks. They do great dessert cocktails. I don't have dessert cocktails that often, but they had a chocolate one, chocolate martini, which was very good, and one they call liquid cheesecake, which was very good. But their cocktail of the month was tequila that had been infused with ancho chilies and it was a few other things. It was very good anyway. And yes, Dr. Abigail did have lunch of crepes and hot mulled cider. Not alcoholic, because it was the middle of the day and I was driving. And it was super yummy. I probably would have really enjoyed it with a shot of brandy in it. But middle of the day when I was driving, and their spices were so yummy, it makes me want to make a mulled cider, actually. So Kirsten, you invited friends who were bartenders around. You cooked food. They made drinks from up. They would have loved what you had on selection. My God. Yes. It's just kind of reminded me one time I was in the bitters lab where the person serving was the daughter of the owners, and she was going like, "Oh my God, yes, my parents just have the maddest booze collection at home, and they even have the secure cabinet of the expensive stuff that they don't actually drink and whatnot." And she's showing me some pictures, and it looked very cool. And I went, "Yeah, I've got a lot." And she goes, "Oh, do you work in the industry?" She says, "No, I don't. I just like making cocktails." And then it got to like how many bottles I had. I was going like about 100, and I just got this look. And you've got 100 bottles of spirits and stuff, and you're not in the industry. Nope. All right. Okay. Oh, sorry. What was this? What the fuck, baby? Look at Bruce Campbell commercial. He's with Ted Raimi. Nice. Ooh, you want mulled wine for the solstice? I don't think Mrs. Angry would disagree with mulled wine. We could work on that. A mulled wine for solstice. Justin. Okay. My own bar. Bars are very hard work. But if I won lotto or some weird fucking investor came along who liked my YouTube stuff and wanted to bankroll it, I would want to start a distillery and maybe have a bar attached to it. Maybe a private members club. But yeah, working in, let alone running a bar, is very hard work. And I'm sorry, but I have a really cushy day job at the moment. The idea of giving up my cushy day job for real hard work that has no guarantee of success is not all that appealing. Yes, Kirsten, you had 100 bottles before you joined the industry. Now you have more than 100 gins. She's like, yeah, 300 including the wine. I haven't counted recently, but there's about 100 bottles there. So yeah, it's a thing. Unzo. Oh yeah, no, Dr. Abigail with the science. That would be the other thing. If as I said, won lotto or had some weird rich person bankrolling the whole thing, definitely, I'd fund your studies. Like to get the necessary qualifications or skills to be a distiller. But yes, as chief Scientologist, head distiller makes perfect sense. Kirsten, head of operations. I get someone who actually knows the business. Yes, please. Yes. And Justin, we have discussed that on streams as well. It would be called the Divergent Distillery, in tribute to the various neuro, gender, and sexually divergent folk from the stream. So yes, it's already been decided. It would be called the Divergent Distillery. And I think it'd be the Divergent Distillery Dive Bar. So, because yes, decor wise, I'd be going like speakeasy dive bar decor, wood and leather and stuff. So, this is a thing that's probably not going to happen. Oh, nice. Dr. Abigail always wanted to open a queer cafe, a safe, quiet space, optionally an event space in the evening. Yeah. Justin, I don't know if you're on the spectrum if you get a free drink, but the option for membership of the VIP club might open up. But I also like the idea of, and this would probably be, okay, this would probably be the private members bit, the quiet bit, where if there's any music playing, it's playing very quietly and it's like insulated. So it's like the people who don't want to be barraged with sound. Yeah, see, yeah, because that's my favorite type. The speakeasy dive bar motif is my favorite. So, all right. Okay, I don't feel that drunk, so I'm going to make one more drink. Having had a sour with the new gin, I think I'll make an old-fashioned with it. Where's cranberry bitters is right here. Good. Okay, so I'm going to use my crabapple sugar syrup, just a little bit. A little bit of the crabapple sugar syrup. A little bit of the passion fruit gin. And some cranberry bitters. Make a red old-fashioned. Yes, no, Dr. Abigail. Too loud, shouting, and it's terrible. Nice. Husband brought you cheese. I love him too for bringing you cheese. Cheese is good. Anyone who brings cheese is good. Right. Cranberry bitters. Dr. Abigail has chocolate, so that's a good compensation for running out of the gin. Chill down my fruity old-fashioned, passion fruit gin, crabapple sugar, and cranberry bitters. Nice. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh my God. That's good. Oh, nice. Gooey brie. I do love the bar I went on Sunday night after dinner, the antique bar. They actually have pretty good snack food, pizza, cheese platter, dips, and they do a baked brie. So you like get this really gooey brie with some nice crispy bread, and you just dip the bread into the goo. It's fucking great. So Dr. Abigail paid for chocolate with the pain of being arrested. Oh no. Yeah, you didn't just pay with money. It's also that's when the creepy dude harassed you. That's not good. Oh my God. Again, gin old fashions, underrated. But yeah, if you got a fruity gin and pair it with like a fruity bitters and a fruity syrup, fucking yeah. Icy Saracen. What sort of... Okay. I don't encourage irresponsible or binge drinking. That's why you extremely rarely see me do shots. I usually don't do shots I mix drinks and I sip them. I sip them like a gentleman. Kirsten, when I was in England last, which was a long time ago, visiting Mrs. Angry's family, I went to this market in London, and they like had some cheeses straight from the farm, so like not pasteurized or anything, stuff that is basically illegal in Australia. And it was a soft cheese with a rind, and it was in this sort of bamboo box. And they said, oh, the way to prepare this, it's like you bake it in the oven. You basically pour, I think they were saying champagne or something, or wine or sparkling wine. So you put it in a dish and sort of fill it with this wine, whether it was champagne or whatever, and bake it. And so the champagne like cooks into the thing, and then you just dip bread into it. It's fucking amazing. And no, Tommy, I did not see the new Resident Evil movie, but you think it's the best RE film? Okay. I have seen a lot of them because I do kind of watch trash sci-fi game-based films. But again, Abigail, it's not binge drinking. It's you. I serve you multiple quality drinks. We don't do shots, do we? Well, we probably have at some point. As I was saying, I don't usually think like shots. I will make strong drinks. I think where I've managed to get Dr. Abigail drunk is going like, let's do a taste comparison, and I line up 4 to 6 rums or 4 to 6 whiskeys or 4 to 6 gins. Let's just do taste comparisons between them. In fact, okay, drinking game, mildly responsible drinking game, which I'm willing to bet I will fail really badly. Yes, messing with mostly whiskey. Okay, here's a drinking game. We'll put this down. Play this on Saturday. This is an idea I've had because I've got super different whiskeys there. So my theory is get 4 incredibly different whiskeys and pour like little shots of them, and then just do a taste and like a blind taste and try and guess which is which. And my prediction is, despite the fact they're very different in a blind taste, I'll fail miserably to identify them. Because I think I have a shitty palate. Oh, thank you, Dr. Abigail. You never feel pressured. I try to be responsible. In case you had to tell husband he could tap out of the cocktails on the weekend. Yeah, it varies a lot with me and Mrs. Angry. Sometimes we have, and on the weekend, we just have the same amount of drinks. Sometimes, like particularly on a live stream, I may be having several drinks. And Mrs. Angry, well, you'll know from being on the streams, sometimes Mrs. Angry comes in and says, make me an X. And so she'll have 1 or 2 things. See, Kirsten, and you come down here, we'll do that. Because I reckon you will get it right. I reckon you would get it right. I'm just predicting because I've even got in mind the different whiskeys. Okay, Kirsten, you'll be appalled that I think I'll fail this. The ones I'm thinking of doing, because they're so fucking different, I've got a peated Scotch whiskey, a Texas single malt that just has these really robust coffee chocolate notes. And I was thinking of Archie Gone Awry and probably I think I've got a bunch of Starwoods. I'd have to choose which Starwood. But that's what I'm thinking. 1 Starwood, 1 Archie, a peated Scotch, and this Texas single malt. Radically different. And I have this funny feeling I will fail miserably to pick them. So yes, okay. Watch out, kids. Saturday night, Dr. Abigail and I doing a taste off. So, Kirsten, you're practicing for the sensory team. See, that would be a fun perk of the work. I worked for National Foods years back. They're a dairy company. They make milk products and yogurt products. They would have tasting sessions for stuff that was being developed, and it was blind tastes of like yogurts. And go like, and it was like, do you like it? You know, what would you rate it? And then it's like, what flavor do you think that's meant to be? Tasting yogurt. Oh, I don't know. Blueberry. It's watermelon, you idiot. Oh, sorry. So, all right. So that's some. And in fact, Dr. Abigail, if you're up for it, I might even record it. Besides doing it on the stream, I might even record it on my proper video camera for potential use on my YouTube cocktail channel, because I think it would be a funny video if a couple of drinks in, try to do a comparison of whiskies. I need to buy some plastic shot glasses because I don't have enough shot glasses, because they've all got to be in the same glass, so you can't cheat. Kirsten, you also did yogurt tasting when you worked for Lion. Oh, and that's what National Foods became. Okay. There you go. That was a fun job as an IT person when I was trying to help them with an IT solution for logistics and realizing, oh God, I've got to accommodate farmers, because it was literally like, step 1 is the farm. Step 2 is the truck that picks the milk up from the farm and takes it to the processing center. Step 3 is the processing. Step 4 is the packaging. Step 5 is the delivery. And I had to work with them to work out the best logistical solution to knowing where everything is at a given time. Because if a truck delivers dairy to a supermarket and no one at the supermarket is there to receive it or is ready to receive it, then it can sit at the loading bay and obviously could go off. So it was a very interesting project, but it was pretty funny to be dealing with farmers when you're doing IT. Oh yes, Dr. Abigail, hijinks. That was so funny. The episode of Star Trek, Strange New Worlds, when you were going, no spoilers, but there's hijinks, and they actually used the word hijinks in the show. Fucking funny. That was a really funny episode. And I haven't watched the most recent one. I think Mrs. Angry and her son are watching it in the next room as we speak. So that's why I asked them to turn down the volume so I wouldn't hear anything. Yeah, Justin, the Senate is just complicated. Does take a long time, though. And speaking of watching things, I finally got Mrs. Angry to watch Stranger Things. I think I mentioned that before. We're now halfway through season 2. We only started last week. We're halfway through season 2. I want to get all the way through it and then watch the new episodes, and then it'll all be over. Why is there foreign object? I think that's a bit of cherry, actually. I think there's foreign objects in my drink. All right. I'm not particularly drunk. I'm a little bit drunk. I don't think I'm even half Tim Smithed, honestly, but it's only a Tuesday night, so that's probably enough. I'm tempted to have a freezer martini, but I don't think I will. I think I'll just drink water. Oh, nice. Abigail up to season 2 of Gentleman Jack. Oh, God, Tommy, the biggest cocktail channel on YouTube, How to Drink, did actually create their version of the pink fuck. If you are interested, it's quite a good channel called How to Drink. I quite like it. and he does a lot of pop culture stuff. He did his take on a pink fuck from Ash vs. Evil Dead. Kirsten, you once had to destroy 1,000 liters of cream that delivered to the ambient warehouse, not the cold warehouse. No one thought to leave it on the truck. So it was warm. God damn. Yeah, see, when I was there, I was trying to work out a logistical process to minimize the risk of that happening. But yeah, big thing was we'll keep it on the truck, and the truck driver goes, well, I don't want to stay here. Anyway, water. I'm being responsible and drinking water. Then I will leave the orange peel and water from the melted ice in the glass, which Mrs. Angry will use in a hot chocolate tomorrow morning. Sorry, just picking something up. Dropped here. All right, I'm just going to, excuse me for a second because I have to wash something earth. Temptation is to make another old-fashioned in here so it really has a little bit of flavour for Mrs. Angry's hot chocolate, but you joke, Dr. Abigail, but that was a real question that was asked. If a truck delivers a load of dairy to a loading dock, no one's there to unload it. Was it really delivered? Was it delivered successfully is the question. And that was a topic of some quite spirited discussion. I still remember when, the guys running things said to me, okay, I need you to come up with a process for how we handle that and how we communicate various things. And I talked to all the people and this is what's going to, and so I mapped it out and went, this is going to happen, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. That's what we need to do as a solution. And he looks at it, it's like the head of IT, and he goes, so you're saying we need a Lotus Notes solution? And I went, am I? Isn't that what you meant? Dude, I don't know Lotus Notes. And he went, oh, Lotus Notes would do this exact thing. Well, we should use that. And he goes, you really don't know Lotus Notes? I go, no, I don't. But can you fucking be my reference on my resume to say I'm a Lotus Notes expert? Because I'll get lots of money that way. I was just trying to be logical. You're the one who says I'm recommending a specific solution. That means I'm smart. I'm smart. Cold water. I love cold water. I mean, I like all the booze I was drinking as well. Don't get me wrong. But yes, that's probably enough for tonight. As in fact, probably one more drink than I thought I was going to have. Don't feel that drunk though, but that's okay. That's okay. If I had one more drunk, then I'd feel drunk. Then I'd feel that's the one. Anyone who drinks alcohol would know. There's that one drink that tips you over the edge. That would be the next one. If I had one more alcoholic beverage, that would be the one that just tipped me over. And just not doing that tonight. Yeah, Dr. Abigail. I also hate Lotus Notes. I don't want to get involved in Lotus Notes. It's less of a thing now, but there was a finance system called SAP, S-A-P, German. And it was very big for a while. And it was like, if you got certification to be a SAP expert, you could make a fuck ton of money. The only downside is you'd be working on SAP, which fucking sucked balls, quite honestly. So yeah, in my line of work, it was basically suggested to me a couple of times, like, oh yeah, you could get SAP certification and then you'd always get working on SAP. And I went, yes. Then I'd always get working on SAP, which fucking sucks. And yes, that's another one worthy of hate, Dr. Abigail. Microsoft Access. Ugh. I'm honestly not a huge fan of Microsoft products generally. Just about everyone uses Office. Ugh. See, okay, SAP works for you, Kirsten. Just as a user, great. It's just as someone who would be doing solution design for SAP implementations, just didn't appeal to me. Oh yeah, no, and that's SAP. That's why SAP Worldwide Logistics. It's used everywhere because it fucking works. It's just from my perspective, doing the actual solution design stuff. Tommy, you're still doing Vista. Yeah. Abigail, the only MS product you love is SQL Server. See again, because you're more of a technical nerd than me. I don't even really know the implications of SQL Server. I know it's a thing. But I don't really know any of the implications of it. So, okay. Sort of glad I like water. I had all the alcoholic beverages tonight were very tasty. I enjoyed all of them. But yes, after having several cocktails, just some icy water is really nice. I think possibly I've got a bunch of flavors sort of impregnated on my tongue from the other drinks. Some of those flavors are embedded in my tongue. So the cold water is just sort of waking up some of those flavors. Oh, yum. So Kirsten, you can use SAP, you can use all the other inventory software. Well, yeah, other things have had to make themselves compatible with SAP just because of SAP's market dominance. I guess because I haven't dealt with financial systems that much for a while. It's always there though. I love that, Kirsten. You can use most inventory software because you're a librarian. It's all about ordering stuff. Yes. Oh God, sorry. Librarian just reminded me. I was listening to a new audio book today because I finished Hannah Gadsby's 10 Steps to Nanette. And new audio book is sounding a bit confrontational because it's fiction. But it's sort of a memoirish fiction dealing with an abusive father. I feel like it's going to be a bit confrontational to listen to. Not that again, Hannah Gadsby's 10 Steps to Nanette wasn't. Potted review of is it 10 Steps to Nanette? I think it is. Let me quickly look in my audiobook thingy in my library. Yes, 10 Step to Nanette. Okay, I did enjoy it. Now, I think Hannah Gadsby is a very good storyteller. She's pretty good at reading her own work. The old content alert, there is some very confrontational stuff about abuse that is just stated in an incredibly matter of fact way. And that could be difficult for a lot of people. If you think you can weather that, I do recommend it. So, Dr. Abigail, SQL Server is enterprise level database server, stable and extensible. There you go. So, Kirsten, you can use inventory software because you're a librarian, but the fuckers who've worked in warehouses since they were born can't. Ooh, it's sounding very windy and surly outside. They can't do it, but they get spicy about it. Kirsten, it's absolutely not your fault. You're better than them. Okay, and also, Kirsten, you've triggered Dr. Abigail's lesbian thing. But yes. But yes, so I listened to the audiobook of Hannah Gadsby's 10 Steps to the Net, and I rate it as good. But with that note that she's incredibly matter of fact in relaying quite intense things about abuse. So fairly warned be ye. Yes. Now the latest audiobook I got was actually free on the platform I use. And I'm going to start listening to it. I think it's by an Australian author. Okay, I'll actually tell you what it is. The book is called The Lost Flowers of Alice Hart by Holly Ringland. Think that's an Australian? No, not think. I know it's an Australian author. And it's sounding like it's going to be a bit confrontational. So Tommy, what's the picture behind me? Lower one on the fridge. No, it's food. Oh, this stuff. This is recipe stuff. Yeah, no, the Offspring at one point got one of those food things. HelloFresh. That's ginger lemongrass pork bowl. And that's other stuff. But yes, they, well, actually, I think their mum got them one of these boxes because of the discount, but they kept the recipes and they make them themselves sometimes. They occasionally get in the mood like, I'm going to cook and I'm going to do a complex recipe and I'm going to follow like this recipe to the letter, no improvising. And they'll go to town. When they set their minds to it, they cook great food. Like Young Mazangri's, she doesn't follow a recipe for this, I don't think, but Young Mazangri's bolognese takes hours to make. And she actually grates onion so it disappears into it. I think she grates carrot too. She grates a couple of vegetables that just disappear into the bolognese, and she makes it with red wine. And so when it's first made, it's all in there and cooked, and there's a lot of liquid, and she just leaves it to simmer for like 3 hours. So it simmers down into this really rich bolognese. Freaking amazing. Me, I get shit out of a jar, but that's what they do. So, Kirsten, you had someone say, "Oh, I've got no training in the system." They were sad when I said, "Me neither, but I'm the best in the building. Would you stop mansplaining? Listen to me. I'll solve your issues." They just need to accept that you can do it, Kirsten. Stop being precious and just acknowledge that Kirsten's on top of this shit. Yeah, so sorry, was there a message on my phone? What if I do that? And that. Wait, what was that? Okay, I thought so. Okay. That. And that. Okay. Dealt with. We're good. We're good. So, Dr. Abigail, make bolognese. Oh, a veggie bolognese. I'm freaking on board with that, for real. Oh, we should do that one weekend. She'd come over with veggie bolognese. Absolutely on board with veggie recipes. Mrs. Angry makes killer soups most weekends. She'll make killer soups, and the whole thing, and makes this big fucking pot. We'll have soup for lunch, usually on a Sunday, and then she freezes little portions of it, which she has with lunch or dinner during the week. But yeah, Mrs. Angry makes killer vegetarian soups. Absolutely bang up for like a weekend veggie bolognese, Dr. Abigail. Oh, plans. But we just have to plan. Okay, so if you're coming over, or whether we do this on Thursday or even just for Saturday, clearly, I have to make a pineapple and onion pizza. But the thing I made last time with just caramelizing onion and pineapple in a fry pan was so fucking yummy. I want to do more of that. We'll see. We'll take it as it comes. So I'm sure on the Discord or whatever, we'll work out with Nettie and Nobody if we can lock in Thursday night pizza night, which would be super fun. I would really like that. But, we'll see. We'll see. Oh, and that's when I normally get takeaway with the offspring. So I'll just tell them it's pizza night. And because I was thinking of making the pizza myself, but fuck it, there's a really good place. In fact, there are two good places. We'll see. We'll see. It's planning myself. I have to keep reminding myself, what day of the week is it? It's Tuesday. And I normally, because of working from home and shit, I have trouble remembering what day of the week it is. But long weekends particularly. Oh, Safa, yeah, that was very impromptu. I was as surprised by anyone that Aidsy ended up there. In fact, look, I'll actually share the photo. I'll find the photo. That's actually why I took the photo, because I thought people on the stream would like to see that Aidsy was out and about. Okay, I'll find the picture because I put it on Facebook, so it should be easy to find. There it is. I'll save it. I've got it on this laptop. Okay, where are we? StreamYard. Sharing a screen. Ooh, Kirsten, you made a great beetroot dip. Nice. Safa, Aidsy is not skinny. That is an illusion caused by the photo. Aidsy is not skinny. Kirsten, you ate half the tub of beetroot, which is nice. Tommy, you like pineapple and jalapeno pizza. Love anything but seafood. That's fair enough. I think I'd usually have to. Okay, so, oh my God, the fridge has started singing the song of its people. Okay, photo. Can I... wide angle lens so the people on the edges get distorted a bit. But yeah, so got to have lunch with the gang on Sunday, which was nice. And yeah, it was a really big surprise. Nettie and Nobody brought Aidsy along, which was a nice surprise. Not pictured. Boss of the house and Mrs. Angry, who want nothing to do with these internet ridiculousness we get up to. So they were there as well, though. So yeah, that was a really nice time hanging out with the gang. All right, I don't think I want to drink any more water. I think I'm suitably hydrated. Might drink a little bit more water. Now I have to get up in the middle of the night and pee. Not a whole glass. I just want a little bit of water. Submerge my cherry in the water. I just want to hydrate after drinking that alcohol. Oh, yeah, no, Dr. Abigail. It is unfortunate what the wide angle lens does, actually. So if you think that should be a channel bender photo, uh, maybe. But yes, there's one thing for the logistics of getting the photo. That was just taken on the phone. Set it to wide angle. It's going, okay, we'll make it easy to take the photo, but it's going to distort. Uh, Justin, no, AZ has not resolved the legal issue yet. And yes, no, I don't blame you for disagreeing, Dr. Abigail. So yes, it won't happen. Yeah, no, AZ still having medical shenanigans. He sent me absolutely gross, disgusting photos of his legs, and yeah, no, they're pretty gross. Um, and he also has not sorted out the legal issue, which is why you're not seeing him on streams, because it's too stressful for him at the moment. Like 5 months he's been saying it'll probably be sorted in 2 weeks. It's just the thing, if someone is an absolute piece of shit and has made their life's goal to just make other people's lives miserable, and they are completely incapable of understanding the consequences of their actions, they can make Dr. Abigail, do you think I should show them on the stream? Because they're fucked. Oh, wait, I think I'm looking on the wrong thing anyway. Okay. Okay, wait, which email address is this? Okay. 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 All right. I found them. Just say, do it. Okay. No, okay. Kirsten, Darfat. Yeah, okay. No, Abigail. Okay. That's fair because they're disgusting. Okay. So the next time I get Dr. Abigail here, we will look at the photos together, and you all won't have to look at them. You'll just get our reactions to them. I think that's fair. I think that's absolutely fair. I found them and they're disgusting. Right. No, okay. That's fine. Oh, wait. That's right. That's what I was doing. I was super confused. And what was... All right. Okay. So I just know... So this weekend is World Martini Day. Archie Rose is going to have a masterclass at the bar. Urge any Martini fan to attend. Limited time Archie Rose Martini socks as a complimentary gift for every tailored gin purchase. Ha! Cute. I don't want a tailored gin though, so that's okay. I'm not going to the bottle shop. Okay. Martini socks sounds like fun, honestly, but I'm going to do it. Yeah, no, Kirsten, again, they are not great. These pictures are not great. So, yeah, I don't want to subject anyone else to them. Dr. Abigail's just super keen. So that will probably be a bit of fun whenever Dr. Abigail is next here. We'll look at the photos. I'll let Dr. Abigail see them for the first time on the stream, and you just get to see our reactions. So it's just like, it's kind of like way, way back. on the. I think it's on. I think it's just on the AZ Code Grey channel. I don't think it's on any of the Angry Aussie channels. But in the lead up to AZ's Code Grey show going on the Melbourne Comedy Festival, we had a bunch of behind the scenes videos, rehearsals, and whatnots. And one of them was AZ and his co-conspirator, the Reverend Doctor, who helped in the production, just looking at the photos of AZ's thighs when the infection had been cut out and there'd been skin grafts and shit. And you're not seeing the picture, you're just seeing them looking at the picture and they're trying to describe it. And it's like the Reverend Doctor's going, it looks like a shark has been chewing on your thigh. Ooh, Kirsten, you could acquire me some martini socks. Not going to say no. Not going to say no. Because Mrs. Angry is into great socks and great tights at the moment. So if the socks don't fit me, they might fit Mrs. Angry. And she has been getting absolutely fantastic socks and fantastic tights online the last few months. So either of us would appreciate martini socks. If they fit me, I'll wear them. If they don't, they might fit Mrs. Angry. Yes, I would absolutely be on board with the acquisition of martini socks. Yeah. Sorry. My cocktail cherry just went down. Oh, goddamn, I love those maraschino cherries. The Luxardo. I should try and use the lesser brand. I don't know. Young Mr. Angry is having the party on Saturday night. Maybe I might make some drinks for some of his friends and put the lesser brand of cocktail cherries in their drinks, and they'll think I'm spoiling them, but I'm actually giving them the lesser brand of cocktail cherries. I don't want to. Ooh, I like the idea that there's an Angry box. You got a pair for World Martini Day. They're a white, so no, the husband will be with them. Hell, there you go. I'll be up to them. I like the idea as an Angry box. Also, like the idea of you eventually getting down at some point and us doing some swaps of stuff, because I've got some stuff you don't have, and you've got interesting stuff to swap. Fun and games. I like the idea. My boss I went into the office today. I wore this shirt in the office because you can see it's like cocktail stuff there. But it kind of looks like I'm just wearing a white shirt for the office. But you got all the cocktail colour down there. My boss really loved it. She says, "Oh, that's you. That's you." It's just like all that colour and stuff. And I went, "Oh, I have a bunch of these. I have to do a presentation to some management people next week. I'm going to be doing it from home. I am absolutely going to set it so my background's like a tropical island, and I'm going to wear the most flamboyant shirt just to get things." Says Dr. Ray, if we're doing Thursday, yeah, we text, we Discord, whatever. We'll work out what the old que sera, whatever will be. We'll see what we can organize, basically. But I think the general thing is we shan't put pressure on ourselves, and we'll work something out. But it's all good in the hood. Even though there are severe socio-economic issues in the hood, we like to glibly say that it's all good. It's just a coping mechanism. Man, that wind is whipping up again outside. Sorry, then I'm just going to look at the weather app, see what it's saying, because this quite wild wind has been whipping up out here. God, tomorrow's maximum is 13, minimum of 9 overnight, which is not that bad, but feels like 4. They're saying, oh my God, they're saying it's going to rain in the morning and it's going to feel like 1 Celsius. Well, that's some fucking bullshit. And yes, Afra, I did see that stuff about potential power cuts in New South Wales and Queensland. As if New South Wales and Queensland haven't had enough shit for the last 6 months. Man. So it's going to be windy and raining tomorrow, so it's going to feel like shit. Look there. There's not a huge amount of rain about at the moment, but it looks like tomorrow's going to be rainy and windy. And it might be a bit less fucked for a couple of days after that. And young Mr. Angry might get lucky having friends over on Saturday. Might not rain on Saturday. So we shall see what the next couple of days brings. And yeah, Kirsten, it's very cold everywhere. It's like Melbourne and Sydney are having the coldest start to winter for 40 years. Queensland appears to be having a cold start to winter for 100 years. Just a little polar blast coming through, and it's wetter than usual. So cold winds and cold temperatures with rain makes for shitty times. Tommy, that is an excellent point, actually. Secret to a happy life, enjoy little things. And yes, I am very big on celebrating the little things, celebrating the positives. Because I know I feel this way sometimes, and a lot of my friends say this is like they feel bad or narcissistic if they're celebrating a good thing for themselves. It's like, no, life's too short. Celebrate little victories. Don't be scared to be happy. And yes, Safa absolutely does not compare to a Siberian winter or even a North American winter for that matter. The north of the United States and Canada have very serious winters, and ours is nothing by comparison. Dr. It's almost as if the axial tilt of the Earth made it so ambient temperature of the southern hemisphere is seasonal drop. Yeah, but again, this one is sharper than many we have experienced over the last 40 years. The thing I'm making myself reassured with is this like last couple of weeks. It's like, okay, well, in all probability, there's not going to be any colder weather than this all through winter. There might be weather that's as bad as this, but in all seriousness, it's probably not going to get colder than this. This is an unseasonably cold start to winter. This is like the depths of winter temperatures rather than the start of winter. So when we hit the depths of winter, there's every chance we'll be going, this is just a lot. We've already had this. This is nothing. Savi went out in the Arctic wind blast, but you got to see Top Gun Maverick. Oh, well, I hope you enjoyed it. I still haven't gone to the cinema for a while. I'm thinking of going for Thor Love and Thunder, just because of my horniness for Taika Waititi, and the trailers I've seen for it look like fun. So I might go to the cinema to watch Thor Love and Thunder because it looks like fun. And yes, Tommy, Man Bear Pig is making his presence felt. And will continue to do so. Sorry, Kirsten, what did I do that triggered the drink thing? Is that my Taika Waititi fetish? Because yes, that's a bit of a cliche for me. But yes, so I may go and see Thor: Love and Thunder in the cinema. Yes, no, Dr. Abigail has echoed it. I mentioned Taika Waititi, Take a Drink. But that was probably my first of the Angry Stream drinking game things for the night. Now, right at the end of the stream, I'll get everyone drunk and mention Blind Boy Boat Club and Oscar Isaac. And all of a sudden, get everyone drunk because I hit all the drinking game notes right at the end of the stream. So it is what it is. Also, I went to my barber today. You probably can't tell because I only got it trimmed, it's like the dead ends, trimmed them off. But he did trim my beard really nicely, which again, not necessarily obvious, but I can feel a huge difference. He's just evened it out. And I might have to go into the job market. So I might have dark hair next time you see me on a stream. I might dye my hair to combat ageism in the job market. I didn't get a short haircut, but it's just like it's feeling very healthy. But I tell you what, I should have taken a hair tie because I washed my hair to get it. Oh wow! Now it's raining. Wow, it's really raining outside now. Yeah, so I washed my hair, so it's really sort of light and fluffy, and it was really windy in the city today. So most of the day, my hair was just blowing into my face, and I was just going, "Oh, I should have worn a hair tie." But yeah, it's all very luxurious. So it might be dark next time you hear that. Oh, hell yes, Tessa Thompson, Dr. Abigail. Natalie Portman and Tessa Thompson and Karen Gillan in yeah, because the Guardians of the Galaxy are in Thor: Love and Thunder, possibly for only a short time. But this thing, okay, it's really fucking rain. Okay, it's not raining torrentially, but it's very windy, so there's like surges of rain coming across. From the looks of the radar, it's not going to last that long, but tomorrow might be a shitty day. So I'm real glad I went to the office today, not tomorrow. And yes, Kirsten, hopefully I don't have to be in trouble. Safa, maybe a spoiler, but it's in the trailers, so I don't feel bad. Yes, Dr. Abigail, thinking of that cast. But yes, I did talk to boss about, hey, there's only 2 weeks to give me a formal offer to continue. And she's like, yeah, I know. They said they're going to do it, but I don't know. Oh, Greg, that's an excellent idea. Cocktail video of me talking to myself with dyed hair. So it does actually look like different people. That's a really good idea. I might plan that tomorrow. That is an excellent idea. I might plan that and even shoot the first part of it because I'm going to shoot something for Martini Day. I'm going to make 2 exotic martinis, one where the vermouth element is red and one where the vermouth element is black. So it's going to be Martini Rosa and Martini Noir. So look out for that. Yeah, Greg, good question. I'm not sure how much younger I'll look with dark hair, but who knows? Okay, that's a really good idea, and I'm going to spend tomorrow thinking about it. And yes, Kirsten, my boss, did the same thing last year. They were talking about offering me a permanent job, and they couldn't get their shit together, so they extended my contract for a year. Yay! I'd be happy with an extended contract because that pays more. But I'm also open to a permanent job. But who knows? All right. Yeah, it does sound like a good idea, doesn't it, Safa? Okay. So I might. Okay, so I won't dye my hair tomorrow morning. I might spend tomorrow thinking of an idea for a video for the martini video and script it, and then I could shoot the halves where one half is pre hair dye and one half is post hair dye. It'd just be all one off. A one off. From then on, I'll be looking the same in the two halves. We'll see. We'll see if I can work that out. Might do that tomorrow. Anyway, but that's probably it for tonight. So how long does it take me to dye my hair? Not long. Just put dye in my hair, leave it for however long, half an hour or whatever, and then wash it out. I think I've got some hair dye in the bathroom. It's just going to be brown. It's going to be a light brown, but that'll just cover all the grey. I'll look into it. I'm not sure what I have in the bathroom. So good night, everyone. Because I'm potentially going for another job, it'll be conservative hair color. It'll just be light brown. I know it's boring because I'll be going for jobs. If I had an offer to stay where I am, I'd probably do purple. But c'est la vie. So you'll take care. Won't be on tomorrow night. We'll be watching TV with Mrs. Angry. But be back on Thursday. Who knows? Who knows? Thursday night could be a whole extravaganza. Who knows? Saturday night, that's going to be a fucking trial though. Bunch of 20-somethings partying. Hot damn. You'll take care. We'll see you another time